And the state's economic pain will be intensified by the federal budget, according to a new report. It says around 30% of South Australian families will be worse off, with single parents taking the biggest hit.
The state government commissioned report underlines a message the Premier's been hammering.
The federal budget cuts hit those who can least afford it the hardest.
Author John Spear detailing his findings.
Single parents will lose around $3,700 per annum.
Terrifying prospects for families and communities in South Australia.
If that means that the federal budget has to be reconsidered or some special treatment to South Australia, then that is what I think we should be doing.
The report says the overall hit to households would nudge $14.6 billion over 4 years. In South Australia, more than 265,000 families would be worse off, with 7,000 fewer jobs created. But the Premier's not proposing a solution.
They have to take responsibility for this. This isn't my budget, it's their budget.
He's convinced the Commonwealth's angling to increase the GST.
Let them propose it. We're not going to be promoting a new revenue measure to the Commonwealth government.
But while John Spear says broadening the national tax base is critical...
No, I'm not going to buy into that one.
The Coalition critical of his report, arguing at $90,000 it's an expensive folly.
It's an appalling waste of taxpayers' money at a time when the South Australia government shows its biggest deficit.
And political reporter Tom Richardson joins us now. Tom, the Premier is set to take the PM to task personally.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. He jets off tomorrow for a series of meetings culminating in COAG on Friday. And I can tell you the Commonwealth's plans for federal reform are on the agenda, so no doubt tax reform will be discussed. I also understand while it's not on the agenda, the Premier is keen to push the issue of education funding. And you can guarantee he'll be keeping his copy of John Spear's report close to hand throughout.
Thank you, Tom.